I was holding on for my brother. Well, I can't tell you how close we were. You know, he wasn't just a big brother. I worshipped him. He was my role model. He was everything that I wasn't. He didn't smoke pot. He got straight A's in school, and I was the black sheep of the family. My brother was always trying to rescue me. He was very strict on me.
No, Kerry, I'm going to lose you. I'm going to lose you. You're going to get hurt.
And then there I was, sitting on death row. He was taking up for me my whole life. I was always just a real soft, sensitive person. And I guess I had so many girlfriends because I was so sensitive. I don't mean girlfriends like girls sexually. I mean just friends that were girls. And so my brother. Last time I touched him was at the Smith County Jail. He reached in and he held my hand and was crying and said,
"It's not over, Kerry, because you're not going to die. You're going to get out."
Now, I was the baby of the family, and my brother would come visit me, and I'd have these black eyes and stuff, you know. And he said,
"I want you to tell me who did this to you. I'm going to talk to the warden."
"No, you don't understand. You're going to be killed. That's called snitching. That's the worst thing you can do." And so I forced my brother, when he thought he could help me, I took that away from him too, saying, "You can't help me. I'm on my own now." And he started drinking. The guy had it all, man. He was a senior supervisor at this huge corporation company, and he fell into a bottle. He lost his wife, he lost his kids. He just sit around in a dark room and get drunk and talk about his little brother, about why he isn't coming home. He put himself right there on death row with me. He was working as an assistant manager at a McDonald's in downtown Jacksonville. And there was this guy named Jeff worked there. Now, Jeff told me that my brother liked him because my brother told him, "You're a lot like my brother Kerry." That's how they got to be friends. So anyway, one night after work, they're at this club in Tyler, Texas, and they're shooting pool. And you know how you get when you're drinking beer and you're hot with the stick. And right now it's closing, and my brother's running the table on this one last guy. And he says to Jeff,
"You go. I'll be out there in a minute."
And Jeff's walking out of the club, and there were these two black guys sitting on a table. And one of them's wearing sunglasses, and Jeff reaches up. Now he's just playing. He takes the glasses, puts them on, and mimics Stevie Wonder. And the guy says,
"What's up with you, man?"
And he jumps off the table and gets real aggressive, and he's like,
"I'm going to bring all the hot to him."
And right about that time, my brother walked up and said,
"Hey, man."
And my brother's really laid back, you know. He wasn't a violent dude. He was just a real laid back, compassionate person. But Jeff just says,
"Man, fuck these people."
And walks out. So my brother follows him outside. December 27, 1987. Really cold that night. And my brother and Jeff are both trying to get in the car, but the locks are frozen. And this pickup truck pulls up behind my brother, and Jeff says,
"Hey, watch out!"
My brother turns around, and this guy gets out of the truck with his hand behind his back and says,
"What you gonna do for me, white boy? You gonna call me nigga? What you gonna do for me?"
I mean, there's all kinds of people standing around. My brother told him,
"Hey, look, man, we've all been drinking tonight, okay? There's nothing to have no misunderstanding about. Tomorrow morning you're going to wake up, you're going to laugh about this."
And he says,
"Fuck you, man."
And brings from around his back a big old 44 Magnum. And he shoots him. And my brother, so weird, man. He sort of rose up and stood up, and Jeff walked over to him, couldn't even tell he was shot. You know, his eyes were fixated, sort of staring straight ahead. And Jeff said,
"Hey, man, you okay? Hey, man, you okay?"
And blood started pouring out of my brother's nose. And he fell. And he died on that parking lot. With me being on death row, the DA was reluctant to take it to trial. She said the defense would claim that my brother had bragged, that he had a brother on death row, and he was bad. So they got my mom and dad to agree to a plea bargain, and the guy that killed my brother got 10 years. He was out in 3. My mother would look me in the eye and tell me I'm responsible for my brother's murder. If it wasn't for me being on death row, he'd still be here. She'd tell me that. I know this is going to sound corny there, and I mean it. Every day that goes by, I wished I could tell my brother how much I love him. So while you got it, man, never take it for granted, because you never know.